Well, this is a general reading for the collective. My name's Serenity. If this resonates with you, please press that like button. And for those who want to see further videos, please ring that bell. If it don't fit, don't force it. Just relax and let it go. Okay? Because it will not resonate to you all, because this is a general reading. Okay. This is going to be a spread on the bullshit detector. If somebody's coming towards you with some form of bullshit, or for some of you, maybe you're the one who's walking in bullshit. Alright? The problem, the card that's come out for the problem is the Tower. There's been some unexpected crisis, some upheaval, or some plans have been ruined. There's been some form of disgrace or chaos. There's anger being released there. There could even be a breakdown in some form of delusion. Okay? For some of you though, some of you are probably even feeling like the rug's being pulled from underneath your feet. For some of you could be experiencing a shock. Some of you, it could even be a divorce or separation for some of you. Right? A lot of quarrels going on here, and that's what the problem is. Some of you, it's regarding the reversal of your fortune. Some misfortune has taken place here, or an accident, or someone is feeling humiliated. But it's definitely a sudden change. Okay? Somebody could even be up in their pride at this time. Okay? For some of you though, with this Tower here repairing like this, right? You or your couple or whoever you're with might find yourself in an unhappy position of having to put more energy into disguising that everything's okay basically. Some of us use energy to keep secrets of which we are ashamed of. Okay? For some of us, it's a mask that you're wearing. And the shock's going to be when either the person you're dealing with could be a Scorpio for some. Okay? Pisces, I see Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Aries, Taurus, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay? But the light is that somebody's overindulging here. And they're being very smug and very complacent. Okay? They're very dissatisfied. And this is what could be causing all the problems here. Okay? This person could have some outgrown beliefs or values. Somebody doesn't want to let go of an unhealthy relationship. Okay? Or the old ways of life. But they're not realizing that sudden changes free us to walk our own paths, enable us to reach our potentials. It allows us to move forward in our lives instead of sitting stagnant, and this kind of enlightens us along our path. Okay? So Tower moments are also important because it's like I just heard that this isn't the first time you've been told this. There was a warning. Things don't just happen. So when your Tower moments come from people, I was shocked. There was no shock. God don't just let things just happen. You've been having warnings along the way, but you've been ignoring them. Okay? Some of you've been overindulging in drugs, alcohol, partying too hard. Okay? Being very materialistic. Some of you are being overly generous because you're out there buying drinks for everybody. You know what I mean? Because I heard some of you don't like your own company. Okay? Wow. But for some of you though, Someone's definitely lying about this, and it's going to cause a tower moment because someone's got some form of addiction or anything like that. It's going to come to light. Okay? But some of you need to listen to your intuition. Okay? And some of you ain't listening. And that's what's causing the problem here, because you're trying to drown it out, eat it out, take drugs, whatever it is, alcohol, whatever it is, some form of addiction here, okay, or codependency going on here, right? That's for somebody here. And lying about it, that's the lie. You know what I mean? They've got the Nine of Cups here, and that's reverse, okay? When it's upright, it usually speaks of victory, success, satisfaction, positive energies, material gains, okay? Definitely could be dealing with Aquarius, Pisces, Scorpio. Yep. And Aries or Taurus, or Leo. Could have these in the chart, okay? But you've got the Nine of Cups, and that's reversed, and that's in the position of the lie, okay? So somebody here is not getting their wish here, okay? Because there's been some form of complacency or false optimism or poor judgment. Somebody's made some mistakes here, okay? And it's through ego, pride, vanity, lack of humility for some of you, okay? But some of you, the lie was some of you was becoming a bit complacent, because everything was going well for a time, you know what I mean? You kind of took things for granted, that you didn't think things were going to change. That's why the Nine of Cups reverse and the Tower are side by side, because the problem is this Tower, because the lie was that somebody here is not getting their wish and is being taking things for granted and partying too hard and overindulging, okay? It's also a warning in the lie position here, okay? It warns you that all may not be as it seems. The situation may not be secure as you assume, and the friendship not as close as you may like here for some of you people that you're partying hard with, okay? Could be stabbing in your back and you don't realise it. You could be thinking that they're your friend, but they're your frenemy, okay? Give them a few liquors down and the truth will come out. You know what I mean? They've probably been telling you and you've been ignoring it. It's not the first time they've told you till it caused a tower moment. Right? Now the truth position is the High Priestess. Okay? Because it's telling you to use your intuition. Okay? So some of you also with the Nine of Cups here reverse. Right? You could have overindulged. Now you haven't got sufficient funds now for your needs or any project that you want to start. Or you can't start something because you haven't got the money now. You might have to just wait for a more better time. And some of you, it's also saying be careful what you wish for. Okay? Make sure what you're asking for is something very positive and not something negative. Okay? Because it'll backfire on you. Here comes a bee. Okay? But there's also another message for somebody here. It also could indicate that something or someone is directly interfering with your good fortune that is meant to be heading your way. Okay? This may be from within the self, of your self-sabotaging, or from outside source. Okay? But there's a reluctance here for some of you to enjoy the moment, because some of you are fearing future poverty and fears of success may all be present all at the same time. Okay, they're still here again. Somebody is self-sabotaging. Okay, and they need to use their intuition, and that's the truth. Okay, some of you already know like I said, but you was ignoring it until it come to a tower moment now where it's out of your hands. Okay? It's like God had to take over because you wasn't listening. Okay? Some of you was being very careless or foolish or reckless. Okay? And very indecisive. The card at the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Wands. Some of you were avoiding responsibility. Or some of you were taking on too much. Taking on other people's burden that wasn't even yours to carry. Like I said, it wasn't your friend, it was your frenemy. Either a help or a hindrance. You have to make up your mind which one it was doing. If you're there to set the table, you've got all the tablecloths and the napkins and the knife and forks, you have to go and look around and say, what are they bringing to the table? Or are they just taking? Okay? Some of you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself, because in the position of the truth, you need to use your intuition here. Okay? Something's going to be revealed to you that you didn't know, and it's going to be a shock. Because some of you have been a bit gullible and being naive and taking the person at gospel. But remember, this is the spread on the bullshit detector. So some of you is definitely going to have to put down this burden that you're carrying. But I'm going to clarify this because the outcome is the full reverse. Okay? Someone's definitely being irresponsible, and it caused a tower moment because that's what you're going through. That's the problem right now. So let's see, I'm going to clarify the tower. Yeah. For some of you, you could have went through some financial loss. Some of you are getting over a loss. Some of you've got a lot of regret regarding going through this financial loss and being left out in the cold financially. Okay? Remember, this is a timeless reading. So if it's not already happened, it could be on its way to happen. You might don't know when it's going to happen for some of you. But it's a timeless reading. You'll know when it happens because it'll be a tower moment. Okay? Some of you wish to use your intuition. Some of you are using your intuition, and some of you will be stepping out in faith and starting a new beginning. Okay? Some of you who are using your intuition, you will get your wishes fulfilled. Okay? And you will be counting your blessings. And for some of you, the outcome will be you got a new beginning from you use your intuition. Okay? And see the tower as a good thing, because every rejection is God's protection. There's something that you wasn't supposed to be or do or be around. Okay? Not this tower. Some of you are dealing with a father figure, our absent father with the Emperor reverse. Okay? This person lacks maturity and is very self-controlling. He's very pushy, very domineering. He's a bully. Very self-centered person. Okay? You got to be kind of careful, because there's danger of a serious injury in competition or battle. There could even be a loss of prestige, shame, loss of job, loss of control. Somebody's abusing their power here. They're very dominating, and that's on the tower. So some of you, it could even be a father figure, brother, that you're having this problem with. Some of you, it's a Scorpio, Aries, Taurus, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So you'll know who you're dealing with, but this person is heading for a tower moment here. Okay? It's very controlling in the home, very dominating. Okay? Causing a lot of arguments and disagreements. Yeah, some of you it's a marriage, some of you it's a working environment. Okay? I'm gonna big tower moments coming. Okay? It's gonna be a problem. Some of you it's a marriage. Some of you it's a union. Some of you it's about religion. Okay? Some of you wish to not work, or they're lying about. They could have lost their job because of their overindulgence, and they're lying about it. Okay? through the poor lifestyles, it affected their work. Something's not working here. They're lying if they're saying it is. Okay? If they're saying they're happy, partying hard, they're lying about that too. Okay? Someone's very dishonest in business here. Okay? And the reputation, as well as the long-term goals, are at jeopardy here. There could be a lack of insight into problems here that affects your judgment. Some of you are extremely short-sighted here. Some of you need to look into the future here. There's some careless spending some of you are doing. Like I said, some of you could be buying friend to company because you don't like your own company. Okay? The truth is, somebody from your past, okay, could be dwelling about the past for some of you. Some of you, the pain and difficulty do not disappear right away. Some of you are going through some emotional upset that continues for some of you. And some of you are not taking responsibility for your emotions. Okay? And some of you, self-control is necessary now because some of you are out of control. Okay? There could be some inheritance or gift possible here for some of you, or a large sum of money that could be affecting your mood. Okay? You could have lost a lot of money because someone could have lost their job. Okay? Careful what you wish for. Okay? Some of you, it's a marriage that's not working, or a job, religion, okay, your spiritual growth. Some of you could be changing, okay? Some of you are choosing a moral path because you realise something isn't working anymore. You're using your intuition, okay? Especially when it concerns your relationship or friendship, okay? Some of you could be starting a new love affair, okay? You'll be in sync with one another. Two people finally come together after a long flirtation here with the Two of Cups. A broken relationship is healed through forgiveness. There's also connections in business, start of a new relationship that will have a dramatic effect on your life for some of you. You need to use your intuition about this too. Okay? Because this, someone's lying about their marriage is working and it's not. Or it's not working when it is. Somebody's lying and somebody's going to move on. That's the truth. Because for some of you, somebody wasn't using their intuition. Okay? Some of you could be going through a divorce or separation or end of a love affair for some of you. There's definitely a lot of jealousy or misunderstandings, or your love could have just died. Okay? But a lover is unfaithful and the other is unable to forgive and forget. Right? There could be arguments jeopardizing a relationship here. The person with whom you are currently in a relationship is not your soulmate. Okay? For some of you need to be more open to unconventional ideas. Okay? Because the truth is not as it seems for some of you here. However, do not be paranoid or imagine problems. Okay? Because cheating and deception causes divorce or the end of a relationship here for some of you. Friends may betray you with slander and gossip. There could be some bad advice that serves someone else's needs for some of you. Possibly even loss of faith in medical or professional or religious or educational institutions for some of you. But it's going to be a shock. Okay? And some of you will end up moving away to calmer waters with the Six of Swords on top of the Two of Cups, and you're using your intuition. And that's the truth. Okay? Got problems and unfavourable judgment in a lawsuit for some of you. Some of you have got some unwanted marriage proposal. Okay? Someone could have been put in an open relationship. Someone's overwhelmed by a crisis here. Some of you feel unable to cope with the problems that drains your energy, okay? But you must remember the future will be better than the present situation here as long as you move on and use your intuition here, okay? Because things will eventually work out. Some of you could be travelling or taking a journey, possibly by water for some of you. And for some of you, the lie could have been, like I said, Your relationship wasn't working. You wasn't getting your wish. The grass wasn't as green on the other side as you thought. Okay? And for some of you, wish you won't make it so. Okay? You won't be able to overcome your constraints of reality here. Okay? Some of you need to deal with the situation as they are, not as you want them to be. Because someone's trying to control the situation here. Right? For some of you, though, boredom could be entering your life here because you kind of took things for granted. Okay? Thinking that things wasn't going to change, or a person wasn't going to change, or the situation wasn't going to change. Right? Perhaps at work for some of you. Okay? You're not kind of producing the financial gain that you was expecting. There could be some financial setbacks or disappointments. Things ain't working. Something could be unstable. The home, the relationship, the job. Okay? Something's not going right for somebody. Yeah. That's the truth. But someone's going to have to move on. Okay? After coming out with some form of conflict with friends or working environment, relationship, marriage for some of you. Okay? Some of you have been very gullible or very careless. Okay? Or foolish for some of you. Especially with the Fool card here, reverse. Someone could have kind of neglected their responsibility as well. Okay? Things that they knew they should have been doing. Okay? And didn't do. Because with their 10 of Wands there at the bottom of the deck here reversed, someone was definitely avoiding their responsibility and being very immature. Okay? But now someone's here wants to wait for their ships to come in. But somebody could have been in a third party situation here and being very foolish. Someone could have got some bad advice by someone. It could have been a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay? But there's definitely some rejection of your ideas or dreams by others here. Some of you could have made a decision that was made too hastily, made a quick decision, made a mistake. But there's definitely been some unsound business judgment here. Some of you, it seems like bad luck sneaks up on you unexpectedly. Money or investment may be lost for some of you. Some of you could withdraw from unimportant arguments. Some of you could be saving your strength and energy for the most crucial battles because you know something else is coming. Okay? But for some of you, though, you stepped out in faith. Okay? All you was doing was waiting for your ships to come in. And once they come in, you're making plans to move on. Definitely. Okay? Some of you are no longer waiting. Some of you are putting down this burden with the 10 now. The 10 of Wands is up. Something's definitely come to an end. Okay? Because it seems like life was a constant battle for you. You never seem to get a break. Your heart seems to be very heavy. You doubt your own worth. Some of you are overextended or overcommitted. Some of you still, you will be tested. Okay? Because there will be no rest from your burdens here. Because your responsibilities are kind of suffocating some of you. But some of you need to look for a new creative solution to your problems. Some of you need to make some changes in your life. Okay? And that's one of them is putting down this burden. Especially if it's not your burden to carry. Okay? But I do see frustration, complacency here again. Some of you, though, you have been doing the same thing for too long. Could be a job, could be a marriage, could be a relationship or friendship. Okay? But you've probably been overindulging for too long and taking things for granted. Okay? But someone makes trouble for you here. And it seems like bad luck seems to plague you for several months here. It's going to be. Some of you could even be 10 months. Okay? But a major change in your life will improve your outlook here. Okay? But you need to change your life. Bottom of the deck, you got the 9 of Pentacles. Somebody's single and financially stable. But behind that is the 9 of Swords. And that's reverse. Okay? Some of you, your priorities are dangerously out of balance. Even though things appear to be going well for some of you, there could be some kind of scandal or loss of innocence. Some of you could enter a world where people play for keeps here. Okay? It's not for the weak or the cautious here for some of you. Some of you are staying on a self-destructive path, even though you know that it's clearly the wrong thing to do and you're causing your own pain. Okay? And especially if you're married or with somebody that you love. Okay? Some of you could be suffering some form of anxiety, was getting over some form of sleepless night, or you're going through some form of depression. Okay? Some of you are disappointed with somebody you love, or a marriage, okay, or work, or job for some of you, okay? But it seems like it simply isn't meant to be, and no amount of effort or determination will change that here. Some of you may even have to settle for second best. Some of you may need to heal from this, because some of you could have made some very bad decisions here. Yeah. But you got to be careful, because you could be dealing with somebody who's selfish, destructive, who seeks to manipulate and control you. This person's unpredictable reaction to cruel and seeks revenge. Okay? This person is perverse and twisted and crafty and dishonest. Okay? They're immoral. Okay? They use people and then disguise them. So don't trust this person. And I'll tell you the signs I've seen here: Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So you'll know who you're dealing with. So everybody's here. So this is a collective general reading. Okay? If it resonates with you, please press that like button. And let's see here for the collective. What other message here for the collective do they need to know? You got the man with the coin and he's reversed. Okay? And you got the bottom of the deck. Walk away. Some of you need to put down this burden and walk away. So I'm going to read to you, walk away, and then I'm going to read a man with a coin reverse. So yeah. If this resonates with you, please like, share, follow. Walking away. Letting go, moving on. Because like I said, the truth is some of you are going to move on and put this burden down that you've been carrying. It's been an unstable relationship. There's been conflict. Someone's been too extremely domineering and very controlling, male or female. Okay? But it seems to be a strong male. Right? This card shows someone walking away from an existing situation. She's closing the gates behind her and is walking away into a misty, unknown future. This card upright reveals that it could be time for you to make a similar decision. There may be something that you're finished with, perhaps a career goal, a relationship, or a long-term experience of any kind. The familiarity of the situation may be enticing you, but you're now ready to look at your options on the open road ahead. In reality, an important new beginning is at hand. This card also indicates that now would be a good time to let go of old habits, emotional patterns, or false beliefs. No matter how deeply ingrained a negative pattern may be, you now have the power to release it and move on to a freer, healthier way of thinking and relating to yourself and others. Whether it's in the inner or outer world, this card is telling you that you have the readiness and resources to walk away from the old and move forward now. Okay? That's for somebody. Now I'm going to read to you the man holding a coin in its reverse. This card reveals that you could be acting against your own best interests where money or health matters are concerned here, collective. Okay? You might be spending a bit too much or simply not being conscious enough about what's really important. If that's the case, become more aware of your choices and priorities and bring more discipline to your life. Because this card reverse could also be warning of self-absorbed or dismissive man who may be out of his own advancement, even at the cost of your own. So be conscious of the critical or demanding men around you, and always remember that you alone determine who has the real power in your life. And the affirmation is, I determine my own destiny. I take financial action and I'm receiving wonderful assistance from those around me. Because some of your friends around you, you're buying their company. You're buying all the rounds. You're buying the drugs. You're the one who's Mr. or Mrs. Fix It. But if a burden you've been carrying that you need to let go, let God. Because you can't actually force people to like you. Because when you're thinking that they're your friend of me. Okay? These same people could be stabbing you in your back and you don't even realise, but they're smiling in your face. Backstabbing you. Let's see here from the Island Time Wellness here. Whoa. What's the problem is? What is that flu? The problem is you're in a karmic marriage or relationship or working with somebody who's a karmic. Okay? This person triggers you, there's turmoil, there's resentment. Okay? This person's coming to your life though to teach you a lesson here, collective. Okay? Some of you need to let go and start loving yourself. Alright? Because it's going to be a tower moment here. Some of you it's in a job, some of you it's in a marriage. Okay? Some of you it's regarding some form of institution that you're in or involved in. When it concerns the lie, you got the hammer. Sabotage. Some of you are because you're overindulging, you're taking things for granted, things ain't working. Some of you could have lost your job, some of you ended up losing your marriage. Okay, some of you may need to go and say have to move out and find somewhere else to live. Okay, but it's also about sabotage. Some of you are rebuilding, some of you are going on to see some interrogation right now. Okay, some of you are repetitively doing the same thing expecting a different result. Okay, because someone's very persistent or someone's trying to go and work on something that's not working. You know, and you're self-sabotaging because you're not honouring the tower that's coming to your life to shake things up. So anything that's not grounded is going to be like a tornado. It'll go with the wind. Okay, the truth is going to be revealed. You're going to see things you didn't see before. Okay, you're going to experience things you never experienced before. Okay, because it's going to drive you to the point where you're going to have to go within, use your intuition, end friendships or relationship or people that no longer serve you, and walk away and let go, let God. But every rejection is God's protection, because some of you could be moving forward to a new love, unconditional love, self-love, oneness. Okay, affection, attraction. Some of you are moving into a new relationship after you move on. Some of you are moving in to start loving yourself first, because that's the first thing you should do before you even build a new house with old bricks. You need to self-heal. You need to start self-loving yourself. When you start loving yourself, you'll draw somebody who loves you as much as you love you. Because for some of you right now, if you was gullible or you're being foolish or immature, somebody's no longer waiting because they're putting this burden down. Okay? Yeah, because someone's saying not today, not dealing with hurt, they're avoiding. There could be some conversation or call or person has set boundaries because they're still angry. Because they was in a karmic relationship. And at the bottom of the deck it says healthy choices. Some of you are going to start making healthy choices in love and in your life. Self-love, start loving yourself, self-care, being more happier. Okay? Because behind that is the coffin. There's been an ending, and after every ending, there's a new beginning. Okay? And there'll be growth, there'll be change, there'll be liberation. You'll be going through a transition after you separate from somebody who's could have abandoned you, okay, or gave you silent treatment, okay? For some of you, something's ended and someone's going through some heartbreak, okay? Somebody may need healing right now, so I'm going to pull a card from the healing deck. Get that card. Whoa. Yep. Mystical healing. Let's see what message is coming out for you, collective. Somebody needs healing here after this because this is what the bullshit that was coming towards you here. Okay, somebody had you in an open relationship. You was in a karmic relationship. It was turmoil. Okay, the lie was that somebody here was hiding, that they're overindulging, they didn't want you to work, the relationship was off balance, they were self-sabotaging. Okay, and the truth is, someone needs to use their intuition regarding a relationship or friendship is over, or a working environment, and move on, because there's new beginnings, and you start loving yourself. Okay, some of you it's a new relationship, but some of you it's self-love. Okay, because the outcome is you're not going to be saying not today. You're not putting it, but you're no longer waiting with somebody who's immature or childish. Okay, you're not stepping out of faith with this person. If anything, you're putting this burden down. Okay, you could even block this person. Okay, you're not speaking to them. The card you got out is the minimize guilt. The bottom of the deck, step into the unknown. Okay, so some of you need to step into the unknown, walk away. So I'm going to read step into the unknown, because that's exactly what some of you are doing. You don't know where you're going, but you're going. You know what I mean? You might not be where you want to be, but you're sure at where you used to be. You've moved. Okay, so let's see. It's time for you to trust your inner calling. This could relate to starting a new business, starting a family, or doing a course of study that you have been putting off for years. You may feel like you're ready to move to another city or a country, or simply to travel to a particular place. Whether it's the possibility of a romantic relationship, a new type of friendship, or an innovative venture, there are higher forces propelling you forward. The opportunities being presented to you are part of the growth, are connecting you to fulfilling an important aspect of your life purpose. Be attentive to small details, because your real transformation might come in surprise ways from unexpected sources. Be flexible about doing new things in a new way with an open mind. While discernment is necessary, look for signs that show you that you are on the right path, and trust that you're being guided here. Okay, collective? Now the action. Take a positive action to do something new and courageous within 48 hours. The action could be small, like making a phone call, or it could be large, like buying a ticket to travel overseas. Whatever it is, take steps towards your inner calling. While you're being aware of your intuitive guidance, only do things or work with people when you have the right feeling. By taking regular actions, you'll build a momentum cycle which will give you more confidence to keep going. Okay? That's for somebody. Step into the unknown. Walk away from people and things that no longer serve you. Okay? Some of you could have even lost out financially because you were being so gullible and giving away your money now. Okay? And now I'm going to read to you minimize guilt. Minimize guilt. That's what it's saying here. You must minimize the guilt. Don't feel guilty. You have to walk away from people and things that no longer serve you. Okay? Because it's about self-love. Not, you know what I mean? Not selfless. Because you've been doing that part, so you know what that is. The only thing you don't know is what it's like to love yourself, because you've been loving the wrong people. Okay? So, minimize guilt. Take steps towards noble thoughts, feelings, and actions. While a bit of guilt can be healthy in letting you know the difference between what is right and wrong, too much guilt can place you in a state of constant self-sabotage, self-harm, sickness, and an egotistic, it's all about me attitude. You know what I mean? Remember, some of you here are being a bit selfish, or the person that's coming towards you is very selfish and all about themselves. Okay? Don't just thinking about themselves, me, myself, and I. Right? And it's about time you start loving yourself. Okay? Guilt can either ask you to look at what you feel you have done wrong and create new possibilities of behaving, or encourage you to continue doing the very thing that you feel guilty about. If I left unchecked, Guilt and shame can eat away at your body and manifest as heart disease, liver disease, asthma, migraines, weight gain, insomnia, and a host of other issues. This card asks you to evaluate what you feel guilty about and make a decision to change. This may include taking responsibility for your actions and humbly asking someone for forgiveness. Alternatively, you might work on exercising the power of your will and make a decision to stop doing something harmful, like overindulging here, okay? You're also encouraged to start taking guiltless time to work on yourself, refinement, okay? This is the choice you have to make. I'm just giving the message here, okay? So don't shoot the messenger, right? You'll know if you're honest with yourself and no longer keep going into denial, right? And listen to what Spirit's telling you, you can hold your hands up, okay? Now the action. Take some slow breaths, become aware of where guilt is stored in your body, and imagine your guilt as simmering soup inside that organ. Ask yourself, what can I do now to improve this situation? Allow yourself to hear the real answer. You may have to ask the question a few times. When you are satisfied with the answer, imagine pouring pale blue light into the part of your body where the guilt resides. Explore if you need to forgive someone. This could include forgiving yourself. Okay, collective? So, if this resonates with you, please like, share, follow. Okay? I send you love and light. Namaste.